Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena for tonight's action for the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Tonight's Nassau County varsity matchup is between the Rockville Center Hewlett Cyclones and the Wantagh Seaford Plainedge Kings. Brady Campbell joining you on the call here tonight as both these teams kick off their 24-25 seasons. For Rockville Center, they're led by their top forwards, Michael Forker, Brendan Rose, and Andrew McClelland. And between the net, it could be one of three options. We'll try to get an official number for you as the game gets ready to start, but it could be Sean Barrett, John Schmidt, or Matthew Prezioso. 16, 17, 15 of age respectively. The youngsters getting a chance here at the varsity level. We'll see if they go with the senior Schmidt. Meanwhile, for Wantagh Seaford Plainedge, Ryan Agavino, Dean Birch, Jonathan Denier have led the way for them thus far. And their starting goalie tonight, the 17-year-old number 35, Joseph Columbell. He was outstanding last season for him, and they'll look to keep that going here tonight against a very good RCERH squad, also known as the Cyclones of Rockville Center, ER and Hewlett. They'll face off against the Kings tonight of Wantagh Seaford Plainedge, looking to get their season started off on the right note tonight. As we're just about set to go, both teams finishing up warm-ups. We'll be right back for the drop of the puck here on LI Sports Network. And welcome back to LI Sports Network here at the Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena. Here in, of course, Long Beach, New York. Brady Campbell with you with the call, and it looks like it will be number 30, Sean Barrett, getting the start tonight for Rockville Center ER Hewlett. They'll be in the white jerseys with the red numbers trimmed in blue with the red and white stripes as well, going right to left to start period number 1. Down the other end, Joseph Columbell heading to the net to our left. WSP going left to right in the black jerseys with the white numbers trimmed in gray. Very reminiscent of the Los Angeles Kings uniforms. But nonetheless, we are set to go. 15 minutes on the clock. Our second game of the night, our final game of the night is underway. And the faceoff won by the Cyclones. They dump it in. And on after that one is Thomas Pensavecchia, but that was a turnover by him, and the shot blocked up and out of play for the whistle, just 13 seconds in. Faceoff will stay in the Kings' end. And one back towards Johnson, but it was picked off and chipped out of the zone. Ahead for the captain of the Kings, and he'll dump it in. Jonathan Lent took a weird bounce out towards the front, and the pass to Lent was stripped. Meanwhile, back the other way come the Cyclones. Possible partial breakaway there was thwarted by the Kings. Taken away by Lent, and up the boards he tries to go ahead with it for Alex Paleo, but it was taken back by the Cyclones. Johnson trying to step in, feeds it across, and the tough angle shot goes up and out of play. That one coming off the stick of Matthew Reagan. Face-off will come just outside the Kings' end after the missed shot out of the play. And one back by the Cyclones. Dumped in on goal. Stop made by Colombo, but they'll keep it moving. Around the boards, kept in though. Reagan fires it wide. All the way around to the near side. Coming in together is Versace. Tries to play the head. It was kept in though. Behind the net. Versace trying to take it back. Pokes it ahead. And they'll have a path to try to get out. Poked it a bit too far though, and Regan kept it in. Puck finds him again. Trying to go cross ice with it, but it was picked off, and the Kings starting back the other way. All the way down on net, and Barrett forced to cover it. So now an offensive zone draw coming up for the Kings, as both teams will make a couple changes here. And stepping in to take the faceoff, Ryan Agavino, 81 in black. Wins it back to the point. A shot off a skate and goes to the corner. Stepping down to get it, Rotondaro. Stumbling down. Rotondaro back to the point. Kept in, he gloves it down, but a bit too far out in front of him, and Philip Ospensky takes it and sends it down looking for Finnegan. It was a bit by him. And so taken back up the ice, but stumbling down with it is Colin Height, centered towards the front. Picked off, and the Kings going back the other way with it. Down the wing, tough angle try, punched away by Barrett. Big hit there behind the net. But the Cyclones come away with it, trying to work it ahead. Off a skate, resetting things, or the Kings trying to send a teammate up the ice, but it was picked off, and trying to move over quickly with it. Well, unable to there was NYIHSHL. Taken back by the Kings, having a bit of trouble here. Look out. In the offensive zone was Dean Birch. And now ahead for Denier. Denier touched along. And number 4, Matthew D'Amico swings it out. Taking a big hit there along the boards was number 93, Vincent Carrieri. He pops right back up though for the Kings as they try to regroup here in their own end. Another big hit, but it leads to a 2-on-1 coming back the other way for the Kings. A shot, score on the delayed penalty, and the Kings strike first. Jonathan Denier, high blocker side, and the Kings off and running. The 2-on-1 in the circle, elects to take the shot himself, and a good shot it was. Right over the blocker. 1-0, WSP, Wantagh Seaford Plainedge, 11:56 to go in the first period, and they break the ice. This one chipped up ahead, chasing after it is Denier. Down the wall, tough angle try, goes over the net. Kept in at the point, another big hit delivered by a member of the Cyclones, and 1-on-1 back the other way, shot blocked. Chance now taken behind the net. Back towards the point, chipped out, could be another rush, and guess who it is again? Denier down the wing, this time trying to center it. But it was picked off and chipped out of the zone. Trying to give it to Carrieri. Brought back in by the Cyclones, and the Kings will take a penalty here. As driving towards the net was number 61, Jason Rick. He was tripped up. So our first penalty of the game against WSP. And heading off is Justin Roberts for the tripping call. At the 12:46 mark of period number 1. Face off one back though by WSP. Trying to move it behind his own net, but taken down. There was number 16, Colin Height. And the Cyclones, an opportunity to set up. Big hit there at the point. We play on. Rick this time got blasted out there as he moved the puck. 2-on-1 down low. Player spilled down along the boards. Centering try. Knocked away. Cyclones back on it though, to the point it goes for Johnson. Drags through his backhand. Johnson in the circle. Nice move through his own legs. Wrap around try. Loose in the crease and tucked home. And the Cyclones respond on the power play to tie it. Nathan Sobel. What a play this is, though, by Johnson. Through his own legs around the net, trying for the wraparound, rolls off his stick, but off the skate of Sobel, and he's able to just stuff it in there. Past Columbell. And we are tied up at 1 apiece. Cyclones 1-for-1 on the power play. Physical start to this game as well. Steal here. And bring it back in are the Cyclones down the right wing. Tough angle try, save made by Colombo. He keeps it moving. Now the Kings pushing it back the other way. Quick pace to this one, and the big hit delivered there on Paleo. Puck still free in the corner. Kings on it. Behind the net. Brought out for Paleo at the half wall, trying to step through. Knocked off his stick. Spinning backhand pass, picked off and cleared out. But the Kings not wasting any more time to try to bring it back up the ice here. Poked off the stick of Paleo. He'll head back on it. As the Cyclones make some changes defensively. This one ahead for Lent. Cuts back at the blue line. Nice move that was. Tried to spring a teammate there, going to the net unmarked. But it was taken away, and now stepping through a check and settling things down here. For the pass ahead are the Cyclones. That was Nicholas Johnson. Picked off though and dumped in. Resetting are the Kings. They'll make a few changes. As Rockville Center will look to head up ice. Here comes the captain, Johnson. Beautiful assist moments ago. Now a chance for a shot. And whistled it wide, blocker side. Thrown out in front again. And they score! 2 quick ones for Rockville Center. And they take the 2-1 lead. Dominic Caron. Behind the net. Quickly chipped back to the front, and Caron beats everyone to the punch. And quickly over the glove. Fast-paced start to this one. Fast-paced as far as goals go as well. 3 between the two teams, not even halfway through the first period. Puck loose at center ice, knocked back in, and Penzavecchia keeps it moving up the ice. That one just out of the reach of Denier. Regan trying to step through, couldn't initially, still able sliding down to work it in. WSP takes back possession. Carrieri touches it on. Denier stops in the circle, takes the shot, goes wide. Kept in by Penzavecchia, but he turns it over for Regan, trying to spring a breakaway up ahead. The Cyclones will settle things down. Regan, though, from the goal line. Centering pass comes out towards the slot. Shot blocked. So Sobel winding up. Cleared out of the zone. Kings trying to reset. Intense forecheck though here in the early going from the Cyclones. Penzavecchia all the way across to a vacant half wall. And the Cyclones will regroup. Back to the point. Regan drags, shoots, pad save, rebound loose. And kept away from the front of the net. Penzavecchia takes a man hard into the boards. And now stumbles down. And a couple more big hits. Refs letting them play here for the most part early on. Settled in the offensive zone by Rick. Throws it across. A shot here swallowed up and covered, or initially thought to be covered. Eventually it came free at the side of the net. Kept alive by Rockville center. But forced out of the zone. Kings making a few quick changes. As Rick tried to send it ahead, it was picked off. Here come the Kings back the other way. Shot glove save made by Barrett. On the try from Matthew Scaccia. 6:55 to go, period number 1. Fast-paced period. 2-1 lead for Rockville center E.R. Hewlett. And looks like a player getting tossed here out of the draw. It's Chickvania. Put down, one back. We quickly D to D. However, it got through the legs of Roberts. Still free though, just inside the blue line. And taken away, thrown to the corner. D'Amico hustling on it. Trying to swing it towards the front. Now on his forehand, passes it to the slot, knocked away right in front of the crease. Back out to the point, held in, thrown towards the front, picked off and cleared towards the blue line, not quite out just yet again. And there's D'Amico trying to step through, he lost the handle. And this one cleared up ahead. Trying to step through is Ilyich, he couldn't. Thrown up ahead, picked off. Another chance here for Rockville center on the backhand save made by Colombo. Stepping in to keep that one alive is Scheffelbein. Out towards the point, kept in, thrown towards the net, sticked away. And up the boards. Not quite out of the zone just yet. Second attempt does the job for Andrew Versace. Puck chipped on. A frame Ilyich couldn't reach it. Versace is on it. Went, backhands it in. Moving it quickly up the ice. Scheffelbein. Look out here off the bench. Nearly a takeaway. Let's start things up. Regan down the left wing. Tries to drag it more towards the slot. Couldn't. A pass to the slot. Just missing high over the net. Was Polyakov. Two players collide there at the blue line. That's kept in, at least for the moment. Unable to the second time. Player stumbles down. It's Johnson. No call. Regan sends it ahead. Takes a shoulder from Lent. And his legs moving. Denier tried to pass it up. It's blocked down. That's now coming towards Denier. Reagan took it, waits for a teammate to touch up and sends Rick in alone on the breakaway. Rick to the backhand, and he scores! Well, the play that was Matthew Regan waiting to get onside, then sets up Rick for the breakaway, and the forehand backhand move extends the lead for Rockville Center. Watch that move. Just unable to reach the poke check was Colombo. So a 2-goal game now, 4:36 to go in the first period. Turning with this one, Penzavecchia gets dumped in from the wrong side of center, but I believe they said deflected, no icing. Cleared out just beyond the blue line. Lent gloves it down and keeps it moving. Height Now touched on for Lent. Trying to turn with it, could not. Finnegan dealing with some trouble there. Finnegan Owen. This one sent all the way up the ice. Could be icing, but trying to win the battle there. Not quite, though, in high school rules for the icing call was Karan. Faceoff comes back down in the Cyclones' end. 3:58 to go, period number 1. Second of 2 games here tonight. First one moments ago here in Long Beach. Oceanside, a 5-2 victory over their opponents, Garden City, to start the year 1-0. As WSP trying to do that as well, but they trail 3-1 here in the early going. Regan with the steal again. Down the left side, Regan tracks, shoots. Might have been deflected, goes out of play. So the faceoff will stay in the WSP end. To the near side circle. Chikvania wins it back. Reagan kept it moving. Stepping in Johnson, and that one swallowed up and held by Colombo. Do it again, this time on the other side. One back again by Rockville Center. Johnson steps in, wrister. Out of play again. Getting a piece of it with the shaft of the stick was Colombo. So we'll try it again from this side. This time, Uspensky will take the draw. Tie up. Chikvania trying to get towards the net. He was thwarted there. Helped out by LEH. They battle for it in the kick plate there on the corner. Squirts free, and Chikvania found it, taking it around the net. Back for Regan at the point. Returns it. Chikvania, tough angle, just missed high. And this one chipped all the way down the ice. Looks like he'll have enough roll for an icing. No, it won't. The linesman waves it off. As hustling to that one and making a great play to chip it down was Matthew Mulder. This one dumped all the way down. Instead, it will go for icing now against Rockville Center. Faceoff will come down in the RCERH end. And taking the offensive zone draw, Joseph Rotondaro. Couldn't win it though there, and it's sent around the boards by Scheifelbein. Up ahead. Trying to get through there was LEH. Couldn't. Uspensky helping. Uspensky takes a bump there, but was able to work it across for a shot. And a glove save. 2.5 to go in period number 1. Face off on the left circle, left side of the crease. And winning it there was Rotondaro. Earned pass though to flex towards the point. Scheifelbein keeps it in. Pensavecchia picked off by Rick. Sharp angle try. He has one tonight. That time it didn't go. Rotondaro around the boards. Pitching in to get it there is Johnson, that's Goldstein. Rick trying for the centering pass, blocked off by Pensavecchia. Rotondaro clears it out, not very far though. And this time I'll send it all the way down around the boards. Goldstein first one on it, but he's pressured by a couple Kings. Turned over, Scaccia trying for the backhand pass towards the front, picked off. Scaccia all over Goldstein though. Back to the point, kept in. Rotondaro tries to step to the front, he lost it. Goldstein out of the zone, deflected in, and trying to send himself ahead was Ospensky. Eventually centers it, but the only one there at the moment was Rotondaro. Regan held it in. Finnegan threw it wide. Ospensky back to the point. Quick wrister hit the post. Johnson that close to his goal. First goal of the year. Feeds a pass across, just past Reagan, and out of the zone. Reagan, look out, nearly a turnover. It is a turnover, and the chance for the Kings in tight, and a save made by Barrett as he denied Paleo. Pensavecchia dumps it into the zone. Glorious chance there for WSP to get the game tied. Tie up at the half wall. Sent ahead, Regan. Trying to move it. Still pinned and now taken by the Kings. Trying to step through for a chance, getting taken down and drawing the penalty call is Paleo. And so the first power play of the night for Wantagh Seaford Plainedge. With 10 seconds to go in the first period. Heading off the ice, Nathan Sobel scored the first goal of the game for the Cyclones. Now sits in the box for 2 minutes, with possibly an intermission in between if the Kings aren't able to get one quick here. And it doesn't appear they will. That one cleared all the way out. Touched on by Colombo. He'll just leave it in the corner, and that'll do it for period number 1. Kings jumped off to the early lead on the goal from Jonathan Denier from Andrew Versace, but 3 quick ones as Rockville center E.R. Hewlett up 3-1. Sobel, Karan, Rick. It will be a minute 51, though, of power play time to start the second period for WSP when we come back on LI Sports Network. And welcome back for the start of the period number 2 here on LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you here from Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena in Long Beach, New York. New York Islanders High School Hockey League, Nassau County varsity level getting underway. It's a 3-1 lead for Rockville center E.R. Hewlett over Wantagh Seaford Plainedge as we start the second. And the second starts off with a clear. Minute 40 left on the power play for WSP as they trail by 2. Scored the first goal of the game. This one deflected in by Paleo. Regan on it, up the boards. Off a skate, stays in the zone, at least for the moment. Still in the zone, eventually Rick clears it the length of the sheet. Back on this one, Gavin Supps ahead for Paleo down the left side. Some room to skate, tries to take it. Now around the net, Centering feed through everybody, splits the defense, and all the way back down to his goaltender, Colombo. Keeps it moving. And sends it up the ice. Puck pinned at the red line. Now kick back. But look out here, Rick gets to that puck first. But now turning within, settling things back down is Colin Height. Up ahead for Pensavecchia, the defenseman, able to step through from the circle, takes a shot, missed just wide. Back to the point, the goal scorer, Dernier tried to send it across. Good stick by Johnson. Regan on it, trying to spring him. Instead, he'll just send it into the Wantagh Seaford Plainedge zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Height, drag, shoots, it was muffled and goes wide. Chikvania up the boards. Deflected, but kept in at least momentarily. Now eventually cleared out. Johnson winding down the final seconds of the penalty. Into the corner. Around the net, Johnson takes a shove there. We're back to 5-on-5. Big kill at the end of the first and to start the second for the Cyclones. Maintain their 3-1 lead. Uspensky able to shake away from 2 forecheckers. Pensavecchia sends it into the zone. Delayed offside. Now we'll touch up. Goldstein, some room to skate. Number 50 in white, the defenseman, gets the red line, dumps it in. Versace behind his own net. Up ahead, but picked off as just stepping on the ice was Dominic Caron. Swung towards the front, off a skate, in the slot, turning. Rick misfires. Still has the puck, back to the point. This shot gets through, a save made, and no rebound coming from Colombo. As Rick was hunting it on the point shot from Finnegan. .12:15 to go in the second. As Hewlett, Rockville center E.R. Hewlett, that is, they win the draw. Goldstein around the boards. Behind Roberts, pinned there, but he moves it for Versace, a bit out of his reach. Polyakov trying to take it, and eventually does, but it's poked off his stick. King starting back the other way. Centering pass from Carrieri, picked off, at least initially, but the King's strong forecheck works it back for Roberts. His shot blocked down by Goldstein, sends it up the boards. Roberts pinches down and holds it in. King's starting to buzz a little bit here in the offensive zone. Never mind, it was taken away. Finnegan trying to turn it into something, but the hustle of Versace takes away that opportunity. And now the Kings trying to restart back the other way. Here comes Mulder. Nice move, Mulder to the forehand. His shot deflects wide. Bouncing puck now as Finnegan takes him to the wall. Up the boards, held in by Height. Drags, waits, looking for the deflection. It hit off the glove of Barrett. Mulder, return feed out in front for a chance, missing just wide. Pass behind. Mulder trying to step away from the oncoming checker, and it was Goldstein that took it away. Ahead for Caron, trying to step through, could not. He gets the touch up as Finnegan dumps it in, and a wholesale change. And meanwhile, trying to catch him in the change here is WSP. That pass a little too far ahead from Carrieri. He takes a big hit into the boards. Getting back up to his feet, but Regan, who delivered it, sends it up ahead. Sobel trying to move it quickly. Stepping through now, Ilyich. On his backhand, centering feed, picked off and swept away. As there's a boarding call upcoming here. Meanwhile, it could be a 2-on-1 for the Kings. In, pass across in the skates, and that shot blocked. Now touched up. And the Kings will head to the power play. As just getting back to his feet now is Matthew D'Amico. Nicholas Johnson checking on him there. And D'Amico skates to his bench. So a chance to cut the deficit back to 1 once again for WSP. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. It was Johnson that took the penalty. It looks like the officials explaining the situation to him. It is just 2 minutes. And it looks like that's all sorted now. Johnson's not happy. And slamming his helmet now. I'm not sure if he got more than just the 2 minutes. It is a 2-minute power play. But he's not happy about something. .10:01 to go, though, in the second. 3-1 lead for Rockville Center. Faceoff will be to the left of Barrett. As we're set to go. At the dot, puck down, power play underway. Tie up, kicked along the circle, and Rick a chance to clear, and he'll send it all the way down towards the net. Stopped by Colombo, he'll keep it moving. For Paleo, up ahead. Kite touches it along. Paleo up the ice with speed. Down the wing, trying to step through. He's knocked off his stick, but he'll chase it in the corner and pick it up. Paleo to the point. Height just able to hold it in. To the corner. Lent on it. Tried to keep it moving, but it was picked off and sent all the way down. Jason Rick having a strong game tonight. Has a goal. And it's looked good on the penalty kill. A turnover here. Sobel walking right down the middle. Misfired on the shot. Now sent ahead and could be a rush here for the Kings. Dornier cuts to the slot and a glove save from Barrett. Paleo takes it. Paleo around the net. Behind. Centering pass looking for Lent. His stick was checked. Kept in by Pensavecchia. Second try cleared out, but cleared out of play and into the vacated Kings penalty box. 43 seconds left on the power play. 8:43 to go in period number 2. There are 2 Cyclones sitting in the penalty box. One of them is, of course, Johnson, but got a boarding call, and indeed he did get a misconduct, so that would explain that. I missed that call from the ref initially. 38 seconds left on the penalty. Rick around the boards, and this time there to try to keep it in was number 30 in black, but he couldn't. Roberts could not, so it goes all the way down. And resetting with it, Scaccia cuts back. Up ahead. Roberts tries to step through, does. Excuse me, that was Versace. Scaccia holds it in, shot on goal, turned aside. Final seconds of the power play ticking off. Kicked along by Rotondaro, but cleared out. And that will do it. 0 for 2 on the power play is WSP. As Rockville Center doing another great job. Turned over right in front of save made. Still loose in the crease. And eventually, a few stops later, it gets cleared away from the front. That try from the outside, stick to side. A dangerous turnover there right in front. And the glorious chance for Finnegan as that shot from the point hit a body and went wide. Ospensky. We got a penalty coming up here along the boards. Ospensky was doing battle with one of the Kings. And I didn't see exactly who took it. Both players talking to the linesman. Could become a very crowded penalty box over there for Rockville Center. They don't seem to mind too much. And indeed it is, as Ouspensky climbs over the boards. So they kill off a penalty. And they go right back on the kill as those three don't seem to really mind what's going on the ice as they're chilling over there in the box. But it will be a 2-minute power play with 7.5 to go in the second, halfway through the hockey game. A chance here for the Kings to bring it back within one again. That's the third time I'm saying that tonight. Can they do it? Stepping down the wall. Losing the puck, Paleo. Now around the net. Brings it out towards the point. Keeps it moving. Pensavecchia steps in towards the front. Redirected high into the netting. Faceoff will come outside the attacking end. And inside the blue line, off the faceoff, they stay onside. It was Jason Rick taking the penalty. That pass gets through. Shot on goal. And Barrett coming out to the top of his crease makes the stop. No rebound. Or rather, excuse me, it was Philip Ouspensky, slashing call. Face off to the left of the goal. Back to the point. Pensavecchia leaves it. Paleo returns it to him. Across. Versace for Pensavecchia. Drags. Waits. Shoots. Blocked. Rebound the slot and they score! They finally break through on the power play and bring it back within a goal. It's Ryan Agavino. Sometimes you need a bit of luck with the bounce. Blocked down in front, right on the stick of Agavino. And he buries that one into the top corner. So a big goal for the Kings with 6:48 to go in the second. Brings it back to a one-goal game, 3-2 lead for the Cyclones of Rockville center E.R. Hewlett. Here is Agavino sending it ahead. Taken back, Sobel deflects it in. Pensavecchia. Chipped ahead by Height. Back on it though, Goldstein. Up ahead for Chikvania. Sobel at the half wall, throws it behind. Pensavecchia able to shed a forechecker. Up the board, Sobel held it in though. Throws it towards the net, sticked away. Another try, blocked. Poked down the corner. Pensavecchia avoiding the official. Up the board, stepping down to play, Polyakov. Well, eventually now the Kings have some space to operate. That pass though, well ahead of Height, will go all the way down for an icing against Wantagh Seaford Plainedge. With 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the period. Face off to the right of Colombo. Right off the draw, he makes a save with his mask. Denying Rick. Puck tied up there along the kick plate on the far boards. Finally worked free by Regan. But taken by Roberts. Spins away and sends it up the boards. But thrown back to the point. And held in once again at the half wall. A few players spill down. Still loose and worked on back. Who's going to take it? Versace will. Tries to settle upon his own net. 2 forecheckers incoming though, so he plays it up for Carrieri. Picked off, shot towards the net. Was blocked off to the corner. Regan tries to chip it past Roberts. Couldn't. Got some help in the form of Jason Rick. WSP will clear. Two players do battle. One goes down. That was NYIHSHL. And the Kings back in. The latest goal scorer, Acavino, throws it around the boards. Rick takes it. Some room to skate here out of his own zone. Takes it down the left side. Rick into the zone. Through his own legs, around the net now. Swings it behind. Going for Regan. Tries to step out to the front. Two players there, and Mulder took it. Threw it towards his own slot. Taken away and sent in deep by Scheiffelbein. Trying to deliver a reverse hit was Roberts, but he got the worst of it. Spills down towards the slot. Scheiffelbein just missed wide. Roberts, sustained offensive zone time here for Rockville Center. Can they finally get out? They do, and could be a chance here. Agavino into the zone, into the circle, cuts towards the front. Save made, rebound there, thrown towards the front, save again, and trying to swing it to the crease to no avail was Scaccia. Goldstein up the boards and chipping it out was number 14, Dominic Caron. Sent into the zone. First one on it, D'Amico. He takes a big hit, but was able to move it. Now up the ice, Height gets the center red, dumps it in. Wide of the goal, bounces towards the net, and bounces right to the side. The net will be covered by Sean Barrett. Final minutes of period number 2. 3:12 to go exactly. And a tight one here. All signs pointing to an exciting third period. Face off. Tied up for a moment in the circle, but eventually won back for Goldstein around the boards. And Penzavecchia held it in, but taken away. Could be a 2-on-1, could be a 3-on-1 here for Rockville Center. A shot, glove save made. As Colombo with the denial. A big stop made there. Keeping it a one-goal game, at least for the time being. As he denied the Spensky, who had Caron going with him. Regan was trailing the play as well. They'll have to settle for the offensive zone draw. Tied up in the linesman's skates, eventually worked behind the net to the corner. Sobel trying to work it towards the front. Taken off his stick. Penzavecchia clears it ahead. Goldstein will just chip it back where it came from. Caron trying to step through. Couldn't. Ospensky will try to reset there as Caron's stick is loose in the skates there of Height. Meanwhile, there was a loose puck for the moment in the high slot. Eventually cleared out by WSP. Regan starting back up the ice. Regan down the right side, trying to take it towards the net. Regan on the forehand, he scores! What a goal that was from Matthew Regan. Brings it back to a 2-goal game late in the second. Coast to coast there as he was able to step around Colin Height. Use his strength there to bring it on his backhand and then just gets to the forehand as he's driving the net and puts it over the glove of Colombo. 4-2. Just over 2 minutes to go in the second. This one poked on, the chance in front, and what a save! What a save, Barrett kept it out with the glove. That looked like it had a chance to be a sure goal right there. An unselfish play from Alex Paleo. But watch this. Oh my goodness, right on the goal line. Reaching back to make the stop. Almost, who knows, the glove may have been almost over the goal line there, but can't deny that stop from Sean Barrett. So still 4-2, 2 minutes to go. Versace on it. Tough angle try. Glanced off Barrett and goes to the far side. Chipped out of the zone. Here comes the Rockville center again. Uspensky drops it. Chikvania draws a penalty. That one thrown towards the front, knocked away. Going to the bench for the extra attacker for the moment is Barrett, but it's touched up. And so now after taking the 2-goal lead, big save from Barrett, and now a power play coming up for the Cyclones with 1:33 remaining in the second. Versace will be the one going for interference. And so NYIHSHL will take the offensive zone draw here coming up. As Uspensky will switch with Regan to flank him on the right wing. Can they get a late one? We still got a full third period, but this, in some senses, could be a dagger if they get one late. At least heading into the third, as Regan's shot was stopped by Colombo. Could really take the wind out of the sails of WSP, who moments ago got their first power play goal to make it a 1-goal game. As this one cleared out, all the way back down towards Barrett. Keeps it moving for Regan. And for LEH. Now Jason Rick gets the center red, throws it around the boards. Regan on it. Had some trouble. Rick backs him up at the point. Steps around one defender. Now on the backhand, throws it towards the slot. LEH couldn't handle it. Almost had a chance towards the net. Good defensive play. But kept in, glove down by Rick at the point. Takeaway here, Paleo on a shorthanded breakaway in the final minute of the second. Same rebound, stays under Barrett, and he holds on for the whistle. Paleo dealing with the back check, forced to take the shot maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted. And Barrett made the initial save, but fell back, and the puck came free for a split second there, but he's able to get his legs back on top of it. Another golden opportunity for WSP denied by Sean Barrett. Possibly another here off the draw, but that shot blocked. In the corner, though, Agavino turning up the heat. Regan trying to step through Mulder, couldn't. Eventually, though, it's LEH able to step on by. Drops it for Uspensky, returns it. LEH centering feed, looking for Sobel. He fanned on it, put a backhander back towards the front of the net. And Colombo's got it. Boy, we've seen some solid goaltending from both sides tonight. Hence the tight game here with 16 seconds to go in the period. 43 seconds remain on the interference call against Versace. Penzavecchia trying to lift a Uspensky stick. He sent it through everybody to a vacant right point there and all the way down, and that should do it, will do it for the second period. And an interesting one at that as the teams trade goals. And in the end, it's a 4-2 lead for Rockville Center, E.Rockaway, Hewlett. And they'll take that into the third period. A few great saves on each side mixed in as well. We'll step aside but come back in just a few moments for the third period here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back for the start of period number 3 here on the LI Sports Network here at the Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena in Long Beach, New York. It's a 4-2 lead for Rockville Center, E.Rockaway, Hewlett. As we enter the third period over Wantagh, Seaford, Plainedge. A big turn of events there towards the end of the period. Power play goal for WSB got them within 1. And a quick response from Rockville Center made it a 4-2 game as they got a big glove save immediately after from their goalie Sean Barrett. A few good saves down both ends. A short-handed chance as well as that shot on the power play. Waning seconds here rings the bell of Colombo. Reagan, stick lost in his midsection. No hook as that shot went high from Goldstein. That'll do it for the power play. Ilyich centering feet. Sobel, he scores! Power play had just expired, but it's a goal for Sobel. His second of the game makes it 5-2. Power play expires right as Ilyich picks it up there behind the net, but feeds Sobel wide open, and he's able to bury it on that far blocker side just inside the post. Big goal to start the third, and now WSP has a hole to climb out of just 31 seconds into the period. So the puck's down after that one. So Sobel, his second of the year, second of the game, that is. Makes it a 5-2 game here in Long Beach. Brady Campbell with you on the call tonight. Mike Brown on camera. As this one played behind into the corner. Agavino. He has one tonight. Centering feed towards the front. That shot by Mulder. Where is it? A couple more saves. And it did not go. Sean Barrett keeps it out again. Had some help in front of him as well, but a few stops at the end there. Agavino, the pass. Looking for Carrieri. Couldn't get the shot away. Mulder turns one on. I believe it was a save. It's sitting there in the crease. A few whacks in tight. Agavino just couldn't lift it over the pad of Barrett. A few outstanding saves there. So it remains 5-2. Action-packed first minute here of the third. Chipped ahead, Agavino takes it just inside the blue line. Drags, waits in the circle, drops it off. Goldstein separated Mulder from the puck, comes back to the point. Versace tried to keep it moving. He did. Mulder takes it, moving down the slot, on the forehand, to the outside, swings it around the net. Roberts pinching in. Mulder trying for the centering feed, deflected over the net by Goldstein. And cleared to the point, glove down though, not out. At least not initially. Second attempt gets the job done. From Karan, stepping right back in here though on the backhand. Agavino to his forehand, quick shot, same mate, another try. And I believe Barrett got a piece again. As two players collide into the boards, another penalty coming up here. Sean Barrett comes up big again. Now the power play. Coming up once again for the Cyclones as Agavino, who had his chance along the ice denied moments before, takes the penalty. And another power play for the Cyclones. Already with a 3-goal lead, a goal here, despite still being early in the third period, can put them in a great position to win this game. They're already in a pretty good position. 13:09 to go in the game. This one, though, off the faceoff, cleared all the way down. Barrett has to move it quickly. He'll dive out to the circle. Looked like he was about to cover it. Kept it moving, though, once the King got by him. That shot from the red line on goal. He stopped that as well. Aggressive forecheck here on the kill from WSP. Specifically, Jonathan Lent as Look out there. Regan made a move driving to the net, lost his footing. And able to keep it out was Colombo. Not able to keep himself out of the net as it came off its moorings. We'll reset that. Everyone's okay after that drive to the net. 1:31 to go on the penalty. 12 and a half to go in the third period. Face off, one back towards Johnson. Has to keep it moving quickly. Lent trying to strip him of the puck. Couldn't. Johnson whistles a shot wide. Rick held it in, but tried to send it to the corner, and it was picked up by Dornier. He got it out, but they come right back in. Johnson steps through. Johnson behind the net. Centered it, and that one, Ilyich hit his stick there, but he wasn't able to pull the trigger. Trying to step through Denier. Couldn't. Taken into the boards by Ospensky. Comes free for Rick. Poked off his stick initially. Second try, he gets it around for Johnson. Standing upright there, flat-footed at the half wall. Fans on a couple of pass attempts. Now he sees plenty of clean ice ahead, and he'll skate it out. And now skated in, down the left side on the backhand. That attempt off the outside of the net. Now drags it to the backhand again on the other side and just shot it wide. Ilyich. Down for Sobel. Centering feed blocked. Rick on it. Rick. He was stripped of the puck by Denier. WSP, final 10 seconds of their kill. And they have some numbers going the other way. That pass towards the net was blocked. Look out here. 2 seconds and 1. We're back to 5 aside. But Ospensky bringing up the ice with numbers. Drops it for Rick. Rick in the circle. Pass across. Feed out for Ilyich. And that one denied by Colombo with the left pad. Adam leaning one way was just able to get it. 10:59 to go. Keeps it at a 3-goal game. The Kings do their job as they keep the Cyclones off the score sheet on the power play. Now we'll look to head down the other end and find the back of the net. No easy task against Sean Barrett tonight. Face-off win. That shot just goes high from Goldstein. Through the head. Could have been a chance up the ice for Rotondaro, but he couldn't find it in his skates. Sent ahead. This time he's on it. We'll turn back around in his own end. Rotondaro just plays it ahead to step away from the pressure, but to no one in particular. Able to take the puck away there, though. Skating up the ice. Scaccia around the net. Scaccia looking for options. Back to the point. Roberts holds it in. Returns it. Scaccia at the half wall. Now moving towards the point. Saucer pass. Versace tried to keep it moving. It was taken away and skated ahead by Polyakov. Versace takes a bump from Regan as he sends it in. Meanwhile, Scheifelbein has time with it. Regan cross ice. Who's going to take it? It'll be Goldstein, but he loses it as he exits his zone. This one ahead and thrown in on net. Took a weird hop there at the last second. Still no problem, though, for Barrett as he covers it. 9:43 remains in period number 3. In the middle portion of the second, it was the Kings finally breaking through on the power play to get it back within 1, but it's been all Rockville center since. As that faceoff rolls right back in on Barrett, and he covers. We'll do it again. Agavino and Johnson at the dot. And Agavino won it back towards the left point. Height on it. Winds one up. It got blocked. And Johnson, height, using his height to jump up there and glove it down, but couldn't get enough of it to keep it in. Played across. Here is Colin Height. Sends it back to no one in particular there as Penzavecchia vacated his defensive position back there. But he'll head back on it. Fans on the pass. Centering pass in front. They score again. It's Finnegan. And it's a 6-2 game as he was just able to slide it by. The steal from Chikvania. Passes it to Finnegan. Kind of fans on the shot a little bit there, but still able to knock it off that far post and into the net. .909 remains. Puck free. Agavino works it for a fellow King who chips it back ahead. Glove down, settling the bouncing puck. Over the line. Go time here for WSP. Tough angle try. Stopped. Back to the point. Height keeps it moving. Strong play by Goldstein. He's taken to the boards by Mulder. Goldstein steps away, plays it up. Taken back by Agavino. Mulder trying to feed it back to Agavino. Couldn't. Mulder now just swings it down the boards. Goldstein first one on it in the corner. Agavino had to avoid the ref. Agavino kept it moving. Chikvania up ahead. Gets through a few Cyclones all the way down. Around the boards. Coming back with it, Penzavecchia. Chips it ahead. Agavino steps through a few checkers. Centers it for Mulder. Strong back check though from Regan. Didn't allow him to get a shot away. Delayed offside here against the Kings. Here's Johnson over the line. Johnson can't step through, but he picks it up on the other side. And now cleared out of the zone. Palaio. Now for Roberts. Just sends it ahead. Johnson on it. Regan in his skates. Turned over. Trying to move it up ahead was Lent. Eventually pokes it to the point, but it gets by Versace. Lent picks it up just on the wrong side of the blue line for an offside call. Just past the halfway point of the third period. 7:14 to go, to be exact. 6-2 lead as Rockville Center looking to close the book on this one for their first victory of the season. Lent steps into Regan there as he played it ahead. And Lent steps into the zone, has a man driving the net. Tries to backhand it to Denier. By the time he picked it up, he was behind. Trying to shake free of a checker, centering pass. And Barrett denies Palaio. In tight. That feed across. What a save with the right pad. Versace just holds it in. So Lent wired that one-timer against the grain. And a big stop. Meanwhile, LH fans on the shot. This game could be a lot closer if it wasn't for Sean Barrett. Palaio into the zone. Stepping towards the slot. Gets the shot away. Glanced off the outside of the net. Lent steps around Regan. Well, now Regan able to tie him up. And eventually the puck comes free. Here's Polyakov up the ice. Trying to step through. Behind the net, center and feed, and denied by Colombo. Was Sobel as he's hunting for a hat trick. Palaio. Puck just fell off his stick. Regan moved it to no one in particular there and almost resulted in a turnover. Instead, it's an offside. Here's that last chance. Right at the point, the pass across Lent wires that one-timer. What a save, kicking out the right flipper, getting it with the toe. From Barrett. Delayed or false start on the face-off. 5:50 to go. As Rockville Center was missing a defenseman there. Ref let him get away with that one. Penzavecchia from the red line dumps it in, no icing. Schiefelbein behind his net, pokes it ahead. Goldstein trying to weave his way through. Does, and eventually chips it ahead. Now it's Johnson. Down the line, just offside. I believe it was Regan on the near side just ahead of the play. Face off will go to the far side just outside the Kings' end. Johnson tries to win it forward, but the Kings able to swing it back. Now up ahead, and that one just past D'Amico, but he's able to poke it along. Picks it up in the corner. Centering pass gets through. Couldn't tell if it got all the way through. The shot did. And if Barrett made the save or not, either way, no goal. This one an icing as Johnson just going to reach that pass from Rick. 5:07 to play in period number 3. Final few minutes here. Running out of chances are the Kings. Down by 4. Time moving very quickly for them right now. They win the draw here. D'Amico towards the net. Blocked down. Goes across. Rick keeps it moving behind. Goldstein turns back. Leads his team in Uspensky. Johnson tries to chip it along. Strong play there, but taken away. Could be a 2-on-1. Rick with Regan. Regan here to the outside. And that shot glancing off the shaft of the stick of Colombo as he made the stop. Rick in the right circle. Couldn't quite handle it. Chipped ahead and out of the zone. Uspensky back on it for Johnson. Johnson back for Uspensky. Steps around. Agavino. Down the wall. Steps through another defender. Tight angle. They score, but it's waved off. Looked like it hit off a skate. And they are signaling that it was kicked in. Good move there by Uspensky and threw it on net from a tight angle. And I think it was Johnson driving the goal. Wasn't able to get his stick in position in time. It hit off his skate, went in. And the ref does wave it off. So it remains 6-2 with 4:17 to go. Behind the net, Roberts doing battle. Comes through Chikvania around. Agavino lifts the stick and sends it towards the blue line. Kept in though. Behind the net, Chikvania on it. Poke back to the point. Uspensky drag, shoots, blocked. That one blocked down by Versace. This pass all the way across. Just out of the reach of Carrieri. Uspensky restarting the engines back the other way. Tries to step through, couldn't. Puck still loose in the slot. Eventually poked to Uspensky at the circle. Nice move to get to the slot. Drags to his forehand and scores. What an effort over this last shift from Uspensky, and he buries that one to make it a 7-2 game. 3:26 remaining. There you see, picked it up in the circle. Nice move on the back end to get to the slot. Didn't have much time to turn back to his forehand and get that shot away, especially the shot that he did put on net. But was able to do just that. That one thrown towards the front. Poked off to the corner. Behind the net. Up for Schiefelbein. He holds it in. Ilyich to the slot. Drags. Leaves it. Johnson walks down the middle. Save made. Colombo. And Versace takes the rebound. Could be an odd man rush here for the Kings. Hustling back though, Johnson flying. Versace shot just glanced off the glove of Barrett. Behind the net. That pass looking for Versace was Mulder who got blocked. Up the boards, taken away, trying to step through Roberts. That quick shot turned on by Carrieri, denied. 2.5 to go. Puck rolls out from the corner on net. Barrett will cover. Faceoff stays in the Rockville center zone. 2:20 remains. Tie up in the circle initially. One to the boards now. Chikvania turns it over in the slot. That shot off the crossbar. Couldn't tell which bar it hit from here, but the ref says it stayed out. A great shot from Denier as he was looking for his second. Now he takes the puck. Lost it though on the linesman skates. He's going to have to come back and touch up. Paleo tries to chip it along. It was taken by Rick. Rick brings it in on the backhand. Leaves it for Regan and a great stop there. Good patience by Jason Rick. Left it for Matthew Regan. But Joseph Colombo stayed with it the whole way. Paleo trying to jump up for a possible breakaway, but the pass never came through. A chance here, Paleo in front, trying to stuff it through. It's May. Where is it? Kicked out to the slot. Backhanded towards the front. Knocked down. Paleo on it. Drops it. Nice move. Denier denied with the blocker. 1:15 to play. Up the boards and out. Poked back on. Denier. Someone lost their stick. As the Kings bring it back in. That shot pad save. Rebound loose again. And poke just wide. Well, the Kings have been around the net tonight. They just haven't been able to get it to go. Regan was behind the defense. They tried to spring him. Good defensive play made by Pensavecchia. This time they get it to him. Defense in the change. Could be a breakaway. Pensavecchia trying to take him off the puck. Drives, and that one is stopped by Colombo. He appears to be a bit shaken up. Gets back to his feet here in the final minute. 30 seconds to go. He makes a blocker save there. Almost losing his helmet was Uspensky. Johnson trying for maybe one more perhaps. Swings it towards the front. It's on the outside of the net and covered with 18 seconds to play. And that last save from Colombo. It hasn't just been Sean Barrett doing it all tonight. Well, Rockville Center has been able to find the back of the net a few more times than WSP has. Final 10 seconds here. Puck in the corner. Behind. Possible try for one last chance. Regan into the corner. Swept towards the slot. Play back to the half wall. And that's the end of this one. A 7-2 victory for Rockville Center. E.Rockaway Hewlett to kick off their season in dominating fashion. At least later on in the game, it was tight throughout the first half, but they pull away late and get off to a great start. Sean Barrett leading the way with some incredible stops, only allowing 2 goals as well, as Wantagh Seaford Plainedge will drop this one. Their next game, the 15th, 7:45 p.m. Meanwhile, Rockville Center, their next game coming up a few days from now on the 12th, 9 p.m. versus Oceanside. But for everyone here at LI Sports Network, Brady Campbell signing off for the evening. The final score of tonight's second game, Rockville Center, E.Rockaway Hewlett Cyclones 7, and the Wantagh Seaford Plainedge Kings 2. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great night.